Howdy guys, I'm F08, your favorite Wolf Hero enthusiast, and welcome back to Fire Emblem The Lonely Mirror. This is an FE8 hack made by Caladrius, and today it's time for Chapter 28, Distorted Solitude. This one's going to be a fun one. Thanks to the rune guide, I had a little peek into this map, and as you can tell by the thumbnail, we might just be interacting with a brand new character this map. Very much looking forward to that one all the way around. I think there's our man himself, isn't it? Back at Amatona Castle. We have been anxiously awaiting your return, Princess Leah. Were you successful? We were. Retrieving Kuro's horn was no easy feat, but we pulled through. I'm glad to hear. We were beginning to fear the worst had happened after an ominous dark cloud overtook our skies. That's when... Come, Princess. We don't have a moment to lose. I'll bring you to your mother. Nice. Very well. Thank you, Terran. Alright, there's Terran. I don't mean to spoil things, but I think we all know where this is going. We have brought Kuro's horn and Majestra as promised, Queen Loretta. I am relieved by this news. I almost lost hope after a surge of malevolence hit the castle a little over a month ago. Ooh, a month ago. Wow. Oh, a little over a month ago. Right, okay. So that was like when we were in the desert still. We saw it, up close and personal. The Lonely Mirror was breaking. I never dreamt that Amatona would have been affected too. And if it wasn't for Layla, I don't think we'd be here. I see. I think I understand. We were lucky. Luck had nothing to do with it. We are all alive because of 900 years of work and Granny Edith's knowledge. To honor the sacrifices, I would rather not delay opening this door. Queen Loretta, how shall we proceed? I'm actually optimistic that this will work. You see, this doorway reacted during the hour of darkness we experienced before. Layla, I will have you project the malevolence from the horn toward the doorway. Leah, I will need you to unlock the door with Majestra when I give the signal. Alright, I will get in position. Let's get this door open. Alright, let's do it. Here it is. Nice. That is, that's the Sacred Stone breaking, thing, but I understand why. I guess it's gonna signify the lock or some such. This light, it's blinding, but I can see an opening in the door. Quick, this is our chance. Everyone hurry. Terran, please protect my daughter as you've done for me all these years. I will do as you command, your majesty. However, protecting you is my first priority. Thank you, Terran. Let us go. Oh, is she gonna join us on the map? That'd be kind of crazy. I recall her Ooh, what are those? Phoenixes. Nice. Miles, look, those are real-life phoenixes. They truly are a spectacle to behold, Lil. And this place feels so tranquil. It's because of the phoenixes. Wait, hold on, why are they red? I don't want to fight them. That's not okay. I'm enchanted just the same, but something feels off here. I know what you mean. Do you think it's that girl? Oh. I don't know. It's like nothing feels real to me right now. I guess we'll find out soon, huh? Is this gonna be... Oh, I see. Excuse me, miss. My companions and I come seeking Lita's flutes. Boone? Are you able to help us? Has it been 1,000 years already? Who are you? And what are you doing in this place? Am I? This place? Aaron, is that you? Huh? Aaron, lady, are you okay? Oh, forgive me. You reminded me of another. We're actually in a hurry. Our world, Arumas, is on the verge of collapsing. We're looking for an artifact called Lita's Flutes in hope of securing our future. You will find Lita's flute in the heart of the Phoenix. Lita's soul has been devoid of all malevolence, and it is fully realized again, thanks to the Phoenixes here. Man, we're gonna have to fight Phoenixes. I can't wait to see their animations. This is gonna be sick. Then we'll have all we need to steal the Lonely Mirror. Yes, uniting the Phoenixes with the souls of champions will extend Arumas' life. And history will repeat itself once more. Souls of champions, history repeating. What does it all mean? I think the sacred instruments contain human souls. Yes, the champions who sacrificed themselves to save Arumas 1,000 years ago. We are souls trapped to wander an ill-fated plane of existence, furthering solitude where neither living or dead. Then, in order for tomorrow, we must know a fate worse than death. Oh man, that means that we're in a lot of danger, even though we're going to be saving the world. Shoot, I don't care. If it was done before, we'll just have to do it again. Boon. Now, show me to Lita's flute. Oh gosh, the sunlight just got really bright. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay. Please. I've got this window here. It's good for light, but also bad. I'll have to make a cut there to get all of that out of the way. Now, show me to Lita's flute. I never said I would willingly hand it over to you. What are you saying? I am Argentina. Argentina? That's a country. I'm Argenta, the last queen of Argon. The chamber before you is all that remains of my lost realm. For 1,000 years, my spirit has wandered this empty place. My people and I are not about to do this for 1,000 more. Argenta, please listen. No, hope died for me long ago. The only salvation is total annihilation. Then maybe I... Alright, so she's gonna fight us. There are phoenixes. Oh, I guess the phoenixes are just gonna go away. Ooh. I mean, if she has the power to spawn enemies, why not just have them all be promoted? But, like, for game balance is good. Argenta, her spirit is full of turbulence. Is there no way that we can show her hope? Illusions. No, this threat is real. Allow me to be your sword and shield. Proceed with caution, Sir Terran. This realm is unstable. I sense much distortion in her heart. Alrighty. There it is. How beautiful. That was, I wonder if we're going to fight the phoenixes. I doubt it. I don't think we could. Ooh, wait, what is this? Wait, I can't move onto this? Oh, there it is. Okay. Why is it so hard? Why can't I move left? Wait, did I not do my controller properly? That's probably it. Just 1 second. Okay, that should be good now. I was worried for a second because I was like, oh, my controller isn't letting me move over to this spot. It was just my, inability to program a controller properly. Distortion. A memory discarded by Argenta. It seems to absorb all emotion. I assume this to be a magic seal, if anything. Maybe it says in memory. A memory discarded from Argenta. It seems to absorb all emotion. Is magic perhaps some manner of emotion? I'm not sure. I guess we'll see when we get here. Are there two? Maybe these are just like the keys. We have to defeat each of them. Maybe that's the thing. But you know how it does the thing here. It appears as though like I get a very big vibe of, you know, magic seal. Meteor and Purge. This guy's going to be a thorn in our sides. Actually, no. Not really. Only for when we're fighting these two. And he's out of range of what I still presume to be magic seals. Some promoted enemies, even a wing spear over here. Nah, it doesn't matter. We don't have any monster characters, quite luckily. 4 chests, a lot of promoted enemies. Looks like there's a lot to accomplish, but, yeah. Stiletto, a couple assassins, this whisper, got a chest key. I'll have to bring a thief. I think I have just the man in mind for this job. But anyway, let's have a look at Terran, and then we'll do our preparations. Here's Terran, captain of the Queen's Guard for Amatona Army, devoted and loyal. As you can see, his stats are pretty good. He's not somebody that I'm going to be bringing on the long term, simply because I just don't have the deployment spots, but he's mandatory this one, so we will be bringing him along. Just as a quick comparison, here's Saoirse. This is a unit that I have put a lot of effort into throughout the game. And even still, she is, apart from speed, less in most stats. 16, 12 for defense and res. Yeah, Terran is basically just better. He has less skill, of course, a little bit less speed, and more power even. This is right alongside a unit that I've trained for the full game. That's kind of crazy. He is pretty good. He's even got more con, so in effect, he has more speed when he's using stuff like the Brave Sword. That's about it, though. The Brave Sword, really. This is about the only one. Anyway, for his growth rates, let's check those out. He has a 90% HP growth, 30% power, 25% skill, 50% speed, 20% luck, 40% defense, and 30% resistance. So, this is basically what you would expect of a pre-promote unit. He doesn't have, like, super good power for, like, in comparison to other stats, I guess. He also doesn't have great skill, so you're probably going to want to give him, like, a skill book or two. If you want to use him on the long term. That said, you know, swords are pretty accurate, axes aren't that bad, he has A rank, so you can choose, you know, he has A rank in both, so you can choose which one you want to give the S rank in, give a little bit more hit rates. He's also got the Dark Affinity that gives hit rate, so he's really, there's no concern about hit rate really with him. He's got really high HP, really good defense for a hero, pretty good resistance. I know I said 30 isn't great for power, but 30% for resistance is pretty significant. And then 50% speed, so very quickly his issues are going to get patched up if you decide to use him. Pretty great unit all the way around. I can't see any reason why you wouldn't want him, apart from deployment space being limited, which is going to be what's going to get him for me. Or that's what's going to not let him carry along for me, more or less. But with that out of the way, I'm going to do my preparations, and then I'll be right back. Okay, we should now be good to go. Those preparations took me quite a while to get through, but I do have... I'm very happy with them. I have one thing to give out. We actually got a Dragon Shield last chapter, and right, I want to give that to Leah. Her defense is pretty low. Ordinarily I would give this to a unit with like more speed, more power, someone who could be on the front line more easily, and well, in Leah's case, it's more or less just because she didn't get much defense. I very much like a unit that has some survivability, and now she's kind of on par with the rest. There are some other units who I considered it for, like Pepper, since she's also on the front lines a lot, very strong and fast, similar to Leah. But I just wanted on Leah because she is a game over condition and stuff. I'm gonna throw her the Divine Tome, probably see what that looks like soon. You know what? I'm gonna give her the Light Tome, just something simple, something basic to throw out, but that's all good. I'm very eager to see both Miles and Ariel back in action. They are currently towards the end of the deployment list. I also really wish I could bring along Shane. He's really cool. Just unfortunately, we don't have the space for him. But one thing that I did almost actually forget, most unfortunately, is that we do have something very special involving this man right here, Mr. Joseph. Also, coincidentally, he was a Dragon Shield candidate. Probably would have been pretty good on him, but I'm stuck with this as it is. Something that I do have to show you. Once again, Fortis Lloyd has drawn us some beautiful art of this character. Absolutely magnificent art. Once again, credit to Fortis Lloyd from my Discord server. I'll also make sure to link their whichever social it was that I had linked before in the description and also in the comments. But here it is. Look at this. Look how beautiful it is. It's just like he's in Fae. It's like he's throwing his special. It's absolutely amazing. I love this so much. One of the best artworks I've ever seen, period. Regarding this game, absolutely magnificent, of course. Fortis Lloyd has drawn all of the art that I've shown you for this game so far, but this one is like in a tier of its own, I believe. This one is beautiful. Thank you so much for the art, Fortis Lloyd. I'm sure that everyone will be happy to see this. But without further ado, we'll finally get into the map. It's beautiful artwork, it really is. Alright, let's get into it. I'm very excited to tackle this map, that's for sure. There must be a way to get her to listen to us. If what she says is true, Argentina, I keep saying that. Argenta must have sacrificed herself for the world long gone. Then there must be some love for Aramas inside. Reminding her of this will be the key to victory. Show her the strength and willpower of the White Lions. Alright, cool. Magic weapons are unusable near distortion. Right, okay. Defeat Argenta after destroying all of her distorted memories to win this battle. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that's one thing that I was going to note on previously that I didn't. We're actually really close to the boss starting off, but there's a very distinct reason why we can't just simply defeat her. There is a very distinct reason why we cannot simply walk up to her and defeat her. If you have a keen eye, you might notice what that is. It's because of this, totally. I mean, this is also part of it, to be fair. She has, like, look how much power she has. She just has 88 attack, 219 hit. You're not just destroying this unit. 48 crit because she's a witch. Long range Sacred Dark Tome. The Mnemosyne, I think that is. Yeah, this is a crazy unit. Of course, we're not going to be able to defeat her. I'm assuming that each time you destroy one of these, she'll lose 10 to each stat. I'm sure they're adding up like that. But yeah, that's what we're gonna have to take care of. We're gonna have to defeat these before we approach her. And that gives us a very good reason to go all the way throughout the map and see what's going on and whatnot. But anyway, turn one's pretty simple. We're just gonna walk up, defeat some of these enemies, and call it good there. I also need to turn on his animations so that we can see him in the flesh, in the action. Let's see. He has a tomahawk, but I also threw a hand axe on him. I'll see if I can get some headway with that. Can't really kill anything with it right off the bat. That should be fine. He has pretty good... Yeah, I'm just gonna go for this. This is simple. Simple and easy. He's got the classic, well, the updated hero animations. Very beautiful. Really great palette. Really fun character by the look of things. It's kind of funny that he's red, considering that for a time, I was worried that Aruma, or that this country that we're helping, shoot, what's it called? Amatona, right? Yeah, Amatona. Amatona, that's the one. For some time, I was actually scared that we were going to be fighting against... Ooh, Sword Slayer. Do we get that? No. No. I want that. Sword Slayer, please. Also, I thought that they were swapped, but that's fine. It's okay. Either way, that's something that I thought we were going to be doing, so it's funny that his palette's red. Very fitting. But luckily, we're not fighting Amatona. Luckily, we're on the side of Amatona still. Sword Slayer, though. Sword Slayer. That's a cool weapon. I hope we get one of those. I still hope we do. If there's really... like, that's one thing that I would say, actually, about this game. That's one... Like, I've enjoyed this game really up and down. Like, everything about this game has been a lot of fun. Oop. Okay. Stands up to dodge. Understandable. I've had a lot of fun with this game, but one thing that I could see... Like, one thing that I could stand to see more of, that is effective weaponry on the player's side. One thing that we did get a hammer, of course. We did wind up with a Did we ever get a halberd? I don't think we did. I think we had a horse slayer, but I'm pretty sure I broke that one after extensive use. One thing that I could stand to see more of is effective weaponry on the player side. Stuff like sword slayers, like, really, you could just... one sword slayer and I'd be happy. But yeah, you could... oh wait, that's not gonna kill, shoot. I guess Ariel can do that. But it's fine. I would love to see more effective weaponry on the player side, that's what I mean to say. Like hammers, halberds, stuff like that, you know. We do have a Zanbato. Well, it's actually called a longsword in this one. We have one of those. We have a, what is it? Armor Slayer? Yeah, we have one of those. Basically, I just want to see a halberd and a sword slayer. We might actually have had a halberd, I can't quite recall, but I feel like I would remember using that. Maybe I'm misremembering it. I've had a couple of days between recordings at times. But either way, would have loved to see a Sword Slayer. I still hope we see a Sword Slayer. It's one of my favorite weapons in all of Fire Emblem, pretty hands down. One of the coolest weapons ever made. Let's see, I thought I gave you a longbow, my guy. I guess I didn't. I guess I'll have to use this one for that. That's fine though. Anyway, Bolt Rune, that's one thing. Oh man, it's not gonna kill. Bolt Rune's one thing that we're gonna be getting this chapter. I'm looking forward to having another one. Can't go wrong with the 1-3 range. I really love how 1-3 range was implemented in this hack. You know, it's not all over the place. But it's basically to the point where I wanted effective weaponry to be. You get really good access to it, you have pretty good options with regard to it. I like that longbows are viable and that they're 1-3 range. And also that they're only usable by non-mounted. I think that's a really good aspect too. It makes the ranger sniper sort of balance not so one-sided, as well as the warrior berserker not so one-sided. It's just a really good change. It's just a really, really good change. Some of the best weapon balance that I've really found in any Fire Emblem game, any Fire Emblem hack. It's just beautiful. Everything about it so far has really just been beautiful. Let's see, can we kill this guy? Yeah, cool. Wanda has got good control over the situation. That is a very dead illusion guy. Stabbed right in the head. Let's see, there are a couple of monks here that are a little bit spooky, but they're not going to really do anything to us, I believe. Well, they do have Purge, actually, but one of them has Purge and one of them has Aura. Maybe I should have checked their equipment before I so brazenly went off and didn't kill them. I'm gonna have to stand not here, because it's a 1-3 range tome, so she'll body us pretty free of charge. Extremely free of charge, I may say. Okay, so we should be fine as long as we kill the Purge one, and I think we can do that with Boon, so we should be more or less in the clear. We also have a Dancer. So I could dance for Leah. I think I'm going to do that. I think Leah would be a good candidate to kill. One of them. We can leave the Knight alive. He's really the least threatening of the bunch right now. Ooh, Wormslayer. That's not going to affect Joseph. Maybe I should kill the Knight after all. Yeah, I really should kill the Knight. It's going to become an issue quickly if I don't. Gonna kill this guy with Wise. And then, ooh, there's also a dude up there. I kind of like how this is going. You're immediately put into danger. You're not really incensed to rush forward as much as you might expect. As open and free as the map looks at the start, it's really not. You have a lot of things to worry about right out the gate, and that's pretty cool. I unfortunately didn't put an axe on her, so I don't really, or a 2-range axe on her. Not that she would kill anyway unless she crit, which, to be fair, is a distinct possibility with her. I'm gonna have to break out the tomahawk for this one. I think I have a tomahawk in here. I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I didn't give that one out. Yeah, just in case Boone needed it. Kept the tomahawk. Here's hoping Purge doesn't destroy us too badly in tandem with the rest of the stuff going on. It very well could. Purge is one of those things that you, oh, wow, kind of crazy dodge there, 75%. Purge is one of those things that will surprise you, more or less every time. I believe we're out of range of her, so that should be good. And then if we move here, we're still out of range. Do I want to kill him? I don't know if I can, actually. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. How much damage are you doing? Ooh, scary. And then you can... oh, you can't reach. Cool. Luckily, we should be fine if we do this. They're probably going to attack Leah, almost certainly. I really need both of these to hit, or else it's probably a guaranteed reset. Well, no, it wouldn't be. It would be pretty close. The combination of Purge and whichever bow this dude over here has to shoot Wise with, it's gonna be a big combination of damage, because he doesn't have super robust res. It's only a steel bow. Well, only a steel bow. It's still 43 damage in total. But he's gonna take that, and that's not something he would do in combination with the rest. Let's see. She has... okay, so this is double crit avoid, the support with Pepper. That's gonna be 15. let's see, 36 crits. She has 15. Okay, so she's basically negating all crit here, so I'll just go ahead and bait this guy out. I could even use the Devil Axe for added scariness. That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? I'm sure everybody's happy with that decision. I'm sure everybody is happy with that decision. Please. Awesome. See, the Devil Axe was necessary there, because otherwise she wouldn't have killed. See? Simple. I'm just so good at this game. I use only the best equipment. I only make the best decisions. Also, she's probably getting doubled, isn't she? Because she's been undeployed for a while, and mercenaries are quick. Okay, cool. She's not getting doubled. I'm really glad to have Ariel back. You really can't go wrong with having an additional healer. Also, she's still probably dead because the Armor Knight has silver. Right, she's gonna die, isn't she? Please dodge, please dodge, please, 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 please. Understandable. It wasn't the Devil Axe that did it to me, though. Father, looks like following in your footsteps is harder than I expected. A little typo there. Ariel, what are you doing? You're hurt. Fall back. I'm sorry. Thanks, Spoon. Yeah, okay, understandable. That one's on me entirely. The Devil Axe, though, it is safe. It is completely safe, and I will not be dissuaded in using it in my next attempt. So, I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're back for this enemy phase now. I did some things differently, of course. I made, a lot of better decisions with my placements and whatnot. Made, a lot better considerations for what units should and could be able to attack what enemies. So now we're back, I hope. I think we should be fine now. I made sure to kill both the monks and the knight, so of course we should be okay. We're also going to be baiting out a few enemies like this. Ooh, hopefully you don't... That's fine if you get doubled. It's kind of funny that you went for her over Wise since he's literally in range, but he does have 1-2 range equipped right now. So he would have been fine. He also would have dealt damage back. And of course, here are some enemies that spawn right here before us. More or less, as far as I'm concerned, here to serve as like additional... Well, they kind of just exist because they're not very strong. But they are going to absorb a few characters' turns, so that's kind of cool. It's also going to make a little bit of a difficult thing out of baiting forward these guys. Probably just going to do this with Sylvan. I did have to take off his steel bow because of the whole issue with... I wanted the longbow for him to kill that one dude. But I can give him the steel bow from Winifred, I guess. I could do that. I also forgot to use the dragon shield in preparations, and I didn't notice that until just now, so I guess we'll see how this goes. I'll just swap these over for now. He'll bait out the warrior, kill this guy, and then eventually... Well, the warrior's probably gonna be pretty banged up too. He might not die. 26 times 2 to a Myrmidon implies that he's probably not doing it to this guy as well. That would be an exact kill, but now that guy's 20 defense. There's no way he's getting through him in 1 round. But that's perfectly okay. Ooh, that's an exact kill. I think that's also fine because that's out of range. It's also in support range of Sylvan still. So one thing that I did want to sort of touch on is that I don't actually have a great use for the amulet, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. The amulet, that is to say, the amulet is it's a weapon that, or not a weapon, it's an item that negates crit. It's sort of just the equivalent of the Delphi Shield, or not Delphi Shield, the Hoplon Guard or the Iron Rune. Always glad to see them, of course. There's really no reason not to have those. Like, they always should exist in your game, I think, at least at some point. They're just convenient and nice, and they help out, especially if you just have a unit that doesn't have great luck. They're just nice to have. One other reason that I like them is because I do runs with extra crit on all the weapons, and those are always fun. And they're very useful in those runs. But yeah, I think that I haven't really had a use for it, largely because Sylvan and Boone would be the ones to make use of it the most easily. And they have a support, and it's double ice, so they just negate all crit for each other. In fact, Sylvan with Pepper nearby gets 25 crit avoid, because she's also ice, and she's also a unit that has kind of low luck, so that's very nice. I guess that's one more praise in this game's favors. The whole balancing of affinities quite nicely. Nothing feels overpowered, nothing feels overly bad. It's just nice. It feels good all the way around. And that's one thing that generally speaking, GBA Fire Emblem struggles with, is placing those ice affinities in a way that doesn't just hurt the units that are affected by them. The units that have them here very much make great use of them. I'm gonna do this one just for the, guarantee, quote-unquote, in killing this archer. Of course, we could miss 3 86s in a row, but that's well over 90% in 2 RN. So, probably not gonna happen. Of course, still have our Dancer too. It's kind of funny that the bow and the silver knife do the same amount of damage. I don't think it's a bad thing necessarily, I just think it's kind of funny. There's rarely ever a need to use... Ooh, nice. Good crit. Rarely ever a need to use knives, really. But it's fine. I think they're still good. And then this guy, what do you have? Spear and Flame Lance. Okay, so we can do... I don't really want to use Pepper for this. Maybe we'll bait out with him after dealing some good damage. We'll also have to dance, of course, but that's fine. Terran is still champ. One thing that I didn't make a note on the very first attempt is that Terran with his Tomahawk is perfectly geared to defeat the soldier that appears... Oh shoot, we're just 1 damage short. The soldier that appears at the start right in front of him from his very locked position on the deployment. Ooh, nice. Crit. With Tornado. Glad to not see it used too much. Glad to see uses not weighed down too much. Let's see, yeah, and we'll dance for him after we kill this one. Shouldn't be that hard. We have various means of doing so. Yeah, that works out. Ooh, that's nice. I have yet to see that crit animation, so that's really cool to see. Yeah, I haven't seen that one at all. I haven't seen that one at all. That was a shock almost, because she hopped so far back. She was literally off the map tile. Ooh. I'm good with this level up. That's a very nice level up. I'm super happy with that one. Now I don't have to use Pepper for this particular situation to kill that guy, that is. I think standing on the stairway leaves me perfectly in range. I'll use the... Is the Tomahawk really going to matter in comparison to the Hand Axe? It's 7 more damage. We have 31 right now. He's going to negate most of it anyway, so I'm just going to Hand Axe, because it doesn't... Actually, I don't even have to do that. It's just going to waste uses, so I'll just put on the Silver Axe, have Pepper nearby, and then Wanda's here as well. So far, the map is really encouraging splitting up and covering a bunch of bases at once to sort of clear the map faster. You could, of course, just carry all of your units throughout the map and touch up on all 4 corners of the map, but if you want to play with some reasonable amount of speed, you have to split up, and I kind of enjoy that. You could theoretically even split up 4 different ways if you put your units in proper position. Ooh, wow, he does a lot more damage. Well, not a lot, but ooh. Haha, Sylvan. I said you weren't going to kill him, and you did, because you're a champ like that. Very nice. Honestly, this is another reason why I think Sylvan is better in Warrior. Berserker's nice and all, but his bonuses don't give any crit. It's just crit avoid, and then some attack and defense. He gets full defense from his supports, but he doesn't really get any crit rate unless you, Actually, who does he support with that would give him crit rate? I don't think there's anybody. Which is an interesting balance, I will say, because obviously a crit rate, a Berserker with a ton of crit rate, while funny, is also very destructive to your general game. Not that I think there's anything wrong with that exactly. I think it creates an interesting scenario for the player. If the player wants to do that for themselves, they have a very fun build to work with. What I mean to say is, like, you know, in Sacred Stones, Ross can do that. He can become a Berserker and then have, like, given it's an odd support set to do, because whether or not you enjoy the units is a different case, but Amelia and Garcia with the supports on Ross give full crits. Not full attack, but they do give full crits. Or if you wanted to go Ross, Garcia, Garrick, he would still have full crit there. There are a couple options that you have. Nice. I'm glad to see that crit. That's what I was hoping for. If he... Yeah, that's an ouch, but, like, I can heal you. If he does all of that, he can have full crit as a Berserker. 30% crit plus 25 from his supports, and then he also has some from his skill. So he gets pretty good access to options. Not necessarily units that perhaps you want to use. Personally, I don't like to use Garrick, and then Amelia's a unit that I enjoy, but she's very hit or miss. You have to kind of go into the game expecting to use her, and then she has to do well in order to not be dropped, in my experience anyway. But yeah, it's certainly a possibility. It's something that you can't quite do with Sylvan. His affinity doesn't leave the option open, but again, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think the game has done affinities quite well. Perhaps Sylvan as a Berserker with the crit would have been... It might have outweighed the bows a little bit. Maybe. I don't think so. I think bows are just too good in this game. And that's not even as if they're crazy. I'm just having a great time with the bow users that I do have. They've been buffed enough that they're very viable. They're very good on player phase, which is all that they need to be. There's not like an abundance of 1-2 range options. There's not anything really. There's no downside, but there's no strong, like, nothing to make them overly great. You know what I mean? They're just really good. Also, secretly, this is a map design thing that I really enjoy. This is 3 tiles, so that you're not accidentally just stepping into her range. It's a minor thing, but I'm sure it was very, very purposefully done, and I appreciate that. Something that I would say probably goes unnoticed, but it's something that I very much enjoy, so kudos there. Okay, I'm just gonna send, I guess what I'm gonna do is dance for Wanda after healing Ariel, and then this squad continue along this way. I might, I don't know how I want to do this precisely. I've kind of got my support pairs split up, because I've got Pepper on this side, and then Sylvan here, and then Winifred is away from both Joseph and Miles, but then these guys are together, so it's fine. Wanda could be near Saoirse. I could probably send Winifred back that way in exchange for, like, maybe Leah. I don't know. Leah doesn't really have any supports right now. I don't think she has any at all, actually. So, there's that, I guess. But generally speaking, I'm decently content with what I've got here. I'm thinking how I'm going to tackle this map, so I'm going to go up top first, and then I'm going to come back down and sort of storm the bottom part. Kind of out of order, perhaps, but that's how I've already started moving my units, so that's how I'm going to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I like that I like the stairway placements as well. Enemies, yeah, nice. I'm hoping that this stops a reinforcement. She might double this one. It is a steel sword one. Yeah, okay. I was hoping that might stop a stairway reinforcement, but we might not even see them. It's hard to say. This game is going to be really fun to Iron Man, I will say. That kind of segues into my question of the day quite nicely. Are you excited for the Iron Man that I'm going to be doing of this game? It's going to be, as of the time this video is up, it'll be Fridays, every Friday until we either game over or finish the game. I'm very much looking forward to it personally. I'm going to play on maddening mode. It's going to be very, very difficult, but I'm looking forward to it a lot. Ooh, Pepper doubles the sky. It is an assassin though, so I'm going to be a little bit wary. Right, it would have stopped reinforcements if I had killed, let's see. So, can we manage the kill here? If we, yeah, I'm going to use L-Thunder. We haven't really seen much L-Thunder usage. Not as much as I thought I would anyway. We haven't seen a lot of Wyverns to make use of it on, and then Parvati already isn't, like, the most robust unit. Partially on me for promoting her at level 10, but she's leveled up nicely. Yeah, that's a really good level up. I would have liked power, of course, but I would always like power. So that's not saying anything. Saoirse can kill this one free of charge. Oh, nice crit. I haven't seen that crit animation yet either, so that's really cool. It's always nice exploring these new animations and seeing what's up with them. Let's see, I believe this map is going to be really long now that I look at it, given I'm looking at my recording time and it's already reached an hour. But that's fine, because my preparations were like half an hour, because I took so long on them, and then I had a little bit of a cut there as well, so it's no big deal. Let's see, can we kill you decently easily? I think Boone is just kind of free to go up here. Strike Rune deals physical damage, so he's fine. He's completely okay to just go up here. Got an Axe Reaver equipped, that's perfectly okay. I can just stand here with the Lance. You probably have 1-2 range, yeah. I'll just stand here with the Javelin equipped. It's not like he's going to take that much damage. In fact, I'll probably even try to break out a better, higher use Javelin. Just have it beneath the 10 use one. Because he's going to double basically everything, so if this one breaks, that leaves me on, you know, a weapon with, I wouldn't want to have the other one on, because if it breaks, I'm on odd uses, so whatever. That's just a small little thing. Let's see, I gave him the steel bow back, although I kind of don't really care that much if he's... I'm just gonna place... I don't really have a hand axe on him, but that's fine. It's probably for the best anyway, since that guy is carrying an Axe Reaver. Axe Reaver's a pretty cool weapon to have. I wish I had a couple more of those. That sort of points back to the effective weapon situation thingy. Because, ooh, I'm just gonna go for this. It's fine if the mercenary attacks, I believe. Let's see, not assassins. Ooh, brave bow. 29 damage. You'll be fine. Yeah, you'll be completely okay. Completely and utterly okay. That's completely good. I'm down with that. But yeah, like I was saying, that sort of goes back into the effective weaponry thing. I very much enjoy, I will say, how the anima triangle has been covered. Easily my favorite implementation of it ever. Easily. Not even close. There's never been a situation in which I've enjoyed the implementation of the magic triangle more. But I will... Ooh, nice. Nice. That's really cool, seeing her get a kill. But yeah, that's sort of the thing, like, that in itself is effective damage, so like the sort of holding back of the effective weaponry. To be fair, I could have missed effective weaponry in secret shops, like completely to be fair, that's something that could have happened, probably did happen, and that's just on me for not getting that. I don't know where the secret shops were, apart from like 2 of them, but if that's something that I missed, that's on me. Maybe they do exist, maybe I'm just like worrying about it for no good reason. It's like I know that the flame lances were sort of available more, given that I could have bought more of them at the time. And maybe that's the case with these other weapons. Maybe effective weaponry and doing these sorts of things is locked behind secret shops, and that's not necessarily a bad thing at all. We did get one of them, one of each almost, I think, for free, as a result of more or less just existing, right? Because like we got them through enemy drops and whatnot. Please don't crit me, because if you do, I won't die, but I will get... Okay, cool. I'm glad that both of those hit. I won't die, but there was a chance of Slayer, of course, happening. And then I'll swap him over. I don't need to swap him over to anything. This guy can't attack, so I can just put Terran in front. And then maybe get the kill with, ooh. Brave Sword, Worm Slayer. Interesting. So that would have been a very good application of the thing that I've been wanting, the Sword Slayer. If there is one, I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna have to see if I can see... I'm gonna see if I can find a list of the secret shops before I start my maddening Iron Man of this run, or of this game, because that would be something I would be very, very pleased to see. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and use this since I don't really have an action to take this turn, and then this should ensure a little bit more dodge, or avoid, that is, on Wise. Should work out just fine. Boone is perfectly okay. He's of course not killing anything because javelins are of course at the points where they have been. Ooh, well, never mind. He will be killing things because he's an absolute unit and he has 5 crit rate. I guess that's all it takes to be an absolute unit, isn't it? Either way. The, ooh, he actually got hit. I guess the RNG is, rolling some pretty low numbers this turn. What was I saying? I forgot. I've talked myself out of it. Effective weaponry, probably. Oh yeah, secret shops. That's one thing that I'm gonna have to find a list of. Whether I sort of just crack open the game and look for them myself, or if there's a list of them out there. Either one of those would be fine. I just want to know where they're at, so I can sort of have those in mind, prepare accordingly. Yeah, very nice. You're not gonna get doubled with the steel bow, even though Brave Lance is heavy. And also, Weiss is pretty fast. He's basically a Pegasus Knight on a Wyvern. Yeah, and you're not gonna take any damage. Even if you get crit, you're still not taking significant damage, and you're not getting doubled, of course. Maybe crit? Maybe crit? Nah. No such luck. Only 2%. You have to have 5 to be an absolute unit, recall. Let's see. We should be good to go, though. We don't really have... Yeah, that makes sense. I forgot that it was 1-3 range, or else I would have left him equipped with the longbow. That's something I could have done better. That's fine. It works out. He's close enough that I can just shoot him through the wall. Let's see. I'm hoping for no reinforcements. Cool. No reinforcements from these stairways specifically. The rest of them are fine. Silver bow, longsword, don't really have to bait you out. Can continue just walking along with the units that I have. I'm not really in a big rush, as it were. Soon, we're going to be getting up here. There's going to be another rune forest to grab. Very much looking forward to that one. It's going to be a very fun one to have. Let's see. I might run the longbow back if I'm able to do so. I don't think I really am. I don't have to. I can just use the steel bow. Yeah, that's fine. He's not going to die. He's not going to take enough damage to die, even if he gets crit like twice. He's completely okay because Sylvan is incredible. One of the best units I've ever used in any Fire Emblem game. I don't know if I've shown you yet, but his skill and speed are capped out. It's beautiful. Chest key. I didn't even have to bring Miles necessarily. We're getting a lot of chest keys. But yeah, his skill and speed are capped out. His power has actually been weird in that it hasn't been leveling super well compared to what I expected, because he did almost cap it off on his I'm gonna bring up his growth rate because I just want to see what it is in power, because I feel like it would have probably capped off by now. He has a 55% power growth in comparison to a 60% skill and 45% speed. It does feel like he should be capped off in power by now. Maybe I just got unlucky or something, which would make perfect sense, of course. Nice, very good kill. I probably could have healed Winifred, but if I can give Wanda a kill, she's probably going to get the kill, especially a promoted kill, because that's just a nice feel. Let's see, we'll head down here, probably break out. We can just keep the javelins going. What do you have? Steel, steel, yep. I'm just going to keep the javelins going. It looks like this will put this one down to even uses, so perfectly fine with me. There's also this guy down here with a hand axe equipped. I'm going to bait him out with the florets. And that way, Sylvan can kill him on the following turn. I hope that you don't kill me with that. There's no way you do. It's a hand axe. One thing I do want to touch on with hand axes is, well, I'll get to it in a minute, whenever the enemy phase rolls around, so I have more room to talk about it. Yeah, you're not killing me, even with the crit, I think. It's, 6 plus, so yeah, 20, 28, 27 with weapon triangle, 13 damage, so a crit would kill me. So just don't do that, Kick W. No crits, please. We'll get Ariel up here, go ahead and heal, probably gonna have to heal twice with her. Whoosh. Nice, she's up to S rank now. That doesn't really do anything so far. I don't know if there's an S rank bow, or S rank, whatever it is, S rank of, nice crit. Okay, this is why knives are better than bows right now, because of crit rate. S rank staff. I hope there's an S rank staff. I just enjoy the Latona staff a lot. Not really a good level up, but I can't really complain about survivability on Miles. He's very on the weak boy side. Okay, Shine Tome works for me. Gets Leah another magical kill. Is she S rank in swords yet? I kind of hope not, because if she isn't, I could S rank light magic with her, and then she could be my light magic S rank user. Okay, yeah, it's too late. But I believe she can use the Purge Tome now. Are you going to survive this? This guy's a brave sword, of course. He is going to use it unless Wise is nearby. 28 damage. It'll be 17 times 2, so she survives. There's no way she's getting doubled because she's Leah. This guy's getting weighed down as well. And for good measure, I'll throw on the Slim Sword, because speed means avoid. That works for me. Let's see, we can send Terran down this way. These guys are going to be a little bit hard to kill, but that's fine. Oh, another Horse Slayer. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and heal up Mr. Wise. I feel like that would be the wise decision. I wonder how many times I've said that joke. If somebody has somehow made count of that, very much appreciated. Very much appreciated if I know, or to know how many times I've said that, because I'm sure it's been a lot. I'm just going to recover here, because I don't think the men's staff alone would heal to full. Whoosh. That is the beauty of the recover staff. That is the portable elixir, I like to call it. Let's see. Combination of that and this would be fine. Kind of baits him further out. Of course, there are no animations on these, and that's perfectly understandable. I do like their portraits, how they're just messed up versions of her. That's really cool. Let's see. In fact, the concept of this map in general is really cool. It takes a tower map, which is ordinarily a very disliked thing, personally, and turns it into something that's more free and something you can sort of explore. It's not a bad feel at all. Ooh, nice. Good experience. Very nice. 69. Can't go wrong with it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I might turn off animations for a little bit, because this is going to be a long one, but Boone has got this down. There's really nothing. Also, I was going to talk about hand axes and javelins. The implementation of hand axes and javelins has been truly remarkable throughout this game. I would say that they have been done exactly as I would want them to be done. Nice. Yeah, okay, just don't get crit, please. Awesome. Nice dodge, too. That's Slim Sword moment, because otherwise she probably wouldn't have done the avoid. Also, she probably wouldn't have... No, she would have doubled. She's super fast, but either way. Hand axes and javelins done remarkably, because they are not over-nerfed, and they're not, like, strictly useless, I guess I would say. In any other game, most other hacks, honestly, have this bad issue of throwing hand axes and javelins just straight down the gutter, making them unusable. Like, whether it's reducing their hit rate to just unusable levels, or reducing their might to the point where you just can't do anything with them. Like, there's not even a point in some hacks, there's not even a point of using them. Like, there's straight up just not a point, because they're going to, well, those are a little bit unfortunate reinforcements. There's just not going to be a point, because you're not doing any damage. You might as well just stand there with a better weapon equipped so that you have a higher avoid rate. I guess I could do that. I don't really... I could do it like this. I could trade over this longbow, because I really don't want to use too much. Do this. Don't really need to kill this one, because whenever I trade over with Parvati, she can get the kill on that one. Very nice. My units have wound up in a very nice placement order, I guess. But yeah, like, I'm gonna specifically call out Project Ember for this one, because I think that's probably the worst I've ever seen hand axes and javelins done in my entire life. Free of charge. Easily. Hands down. I cannot stand them in that game. I will never be able to stand them in that game. I think that they were so over-nerfed that you just straight up can't use them, and I think that's an issue that comes into play a lot of the time, whether the hit rate is reduced or the might is reduced. I like how this game did it. I like how they were reduced by 1 from their usual, one might from their usual, and like I think hit rate is roughly the same. It's either reduced by 5 or it's the same. Either way, just I need to express this, because this is something that's constantly on my mind, how poorly javelins and hand axes are done in other hacks compared to this one. Like, it doesn't seem like much, but this game has done them so well, because enemies actually have the HP and the defense to negate them naturally, instead of just negating them for existing, you know what I mean? Other games be like, lol, too strong, must nerf, if I don't nerf it, everyone in the whole world is going to die, or something, I don't know. That's what it feels like. It feels like there's this eagerness to ruin things that are good because they're good, and to make things that are bad just crazy strong for no reason. And this game doesn't do that. This game keeps things perfectly in line with base Fire Emblem, to the extent that I just enjoy it so much. It's just, the entire experience of the game is magnificent as a result of this. Nothing feels over-nerfed, nothing feels overpowered. Like, even what you would expect to be overpowered, like, take Parvati as an example. She has the ability to deal effective damage against any type of mage. And she's not overpowered. Even if she leveled insanely, she's not overpowered. She's just a really good unit because of how the game works. Plus, she's a very interesting unit with the whole runes concept as a whole. It just, everything works without feeling crazy or overpowered or underpowered. Nothing feels incorrect. Nothing feels bad. It's just a good, wholesome Fire Emblem experience. Perhaps it's not, like, super... Like, there's not all of these huge quality of life changes. There are no skills or anything, if that's something you enjoy. Personally, I don't enjoy them that much. This game alone, in combination with playing some other hacks recently, has more or less informed my opinion that I don't enjoy skills enough to implement them in my own hack. I just don't think that they're super conducive to the gameplay elements of the GBA Fire Emblem. Like, of course, everyone enjoys Shove here and there, but Shove kind of gets crazy at a certain point, so I don't think it's exactly great for the gameplay. And as such, you know, all of these things combined, by your powers combined, this game is the Captain Planet of Fire Emblem, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense. It surely doesn't, but I've been enjoying my time with it immensely. And I'm going to continue enjoying my time with it until, perhaps, at some point in the future, another hack surpasses it. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be straightforward in saying I don't see it happening anytime soon. I really don't. I see a very strong eagerness in a lot of hacks to use skills, and that by itself sort of, like, dampens things for me a little bit. It's just kind of hard to get the same experience with skills. Your experience with skills really does dictate how much you enjoy a lot of hacks these days. And personally, they're just not something I like to see a lot of. Like, I can enjoy a hack with skills without a doubt. There's nothing wrong with them by default. There really isn't. I think that they can be done well. Like, one way that I rather perhaps enjoy is whenever skills are limited to one personal skill per unit, and only on units with faces. I'm fine with that in general. I find that it creates a weird balance scenario wherein your units are generally just going to be far, far better than the enemies. And that's, you know, nothing wrong with having a game that's a little bit on the easy side. I really don't think that anyone would disagree there. But, like, I think it creates a weird balance scenario. This game has felt incredible in difficulty so far. Maddening is going to be quite the experience, because this one's killed me quite a few times, this difficulty. Maddening is going to be quite the experience, without a doubt. I mean, I have played some amount of Maddening, but not the entire game through. Gonna be very, very fun to do so, especially in the context of an Iron Man. I haven't seen one done for this game, of course, probably as a result of this game being highly, heavily, supremely underrated, and people not playing it, I guess. Maybe a lot of people have played it. I hope you have. I really hope that every person that's watched this Let's Play has played this hack, because it is one that is highly deserving of it. I hope I'm not overpraising the game, but like, it's just been so much fun. It's hard not to. It's hard not to praise the game. It nails things perfectly. It just fits the Fire Emblem formula in the exact way that appeals to me. Perhaps it doesn't appeal to everyone, but it certainly does appeal to me in a very heavy way. And for that, I am very appreciative of the game's existence, of Caladrius and everyone on the team's efforts in creating this experience. We're still not even at the end. Like, I've still got 3-4 maps to go, something like that. Very, very nice. Let's see, yeah, that makes sense. Perfect sense. Perhaps it's also just that I'm super attuned to the GBA format, and that skills add this new element into play that affects the AI in ways that I'm less able to sort of understand where they're gonna go. I don't know. I'm just very attuned to this experience of Fire Emblem. Also, I was scared for a moment, because I just looked down and saw my audio bar not moving, but it was fine, because it was only for a second. If I noticed that my audio had stopped again, I would have been so sad. But it's fine. It's all good. Having a good time. Also, make sure to stay hydrated. I haven't said that yet, but hydration is good. Hydration is key. Hydration is what makes you have fun with Fire Emblem. Maybe? Probably. Definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. That's the thing that it does. Yeah, so make sure you're hydrated, and that way you'll enjoy Fire Emblem. That way you don't wind up like me, being a salty old boomer. Not really. I'm not actually that old. You don't be salty about all the new age mechanics in Fire Emblem. I'm actually not salty about them. Not at all. I enjoy new age mechanics sometimes, just not as much as the old age ones. There's a reason that this format is the classic format. There's a reason that this just flows the best, in my humble opinion. Not so humble. Not humble at all. It's my opinion, and I'm very happy with it. Yeah. That's a quote to live by. Let's see. We have our healer on this side, of course, but she's sort of occupied with other issues at the moment. Maybe we'll just... Since I'm already here, I might as well just swing around and kill this guy right here. Or gal, rather. Got the Obulus equipped, so it's going to attack from 1-3 range. That sort of helps, because no Nosferatu. Nice. Happy with that. Let's see. Dragon Spear, not quite of use right now. Do we have... Yeah, I'm gonna have to discard one of these javelins. I would be worried about it, but I have 5 of them on another unit in the what I like to call the unit convoy, because it's, yeah, the units are the convoy at some points. 3 big things, honestly, that I would list. Also, maybe I should save the big 3 things that I would list that I would like to see changed for another time. Maybe, because we are at the end of this episode, and like, if you've made it this far, thank you very much for being here throughout this episode, of course. But at a certain point, I think it does become difficult to, you know, watch the entire episode all the way through. I appreciate everyone that has, I really, really do. But, like, I know how it is. YouTube be that way sometimes, and sometimes attention wanes and stuff. Maybe I'll save those for the start of the next episode, which will be, these 2 episodes will be released consecutive days. I need them to be, because if not, the Iron Man question of the day is going to become irrelevant. But they will release consecutively, so make sure to look for that episode, because I will be talking about the top 3 things I would see changed. Maybe I'll change the question of the day in the next episode to reflect that. We'll finish up this turn and then we'll call it there, I think. Should create a decently not too long episode. Let's see, your hit rate's going to be higher. You are going to be doing 35 damage. You won't be doubling me, of course, because I'm too fast. 66 avoid in comparison to that, so he's probably going to hit. I'm just going to assume that he will. That'll be how much damage? -9. Okay, so that's a lot of damage. I don't really want a little more. I'll just wait there for this turn. I've just got some issues right here to take care of. Yeah, I'm very happy that Flame Lance aerial bodies these guys. Flame Lance is a super fun weapon. Hitting on Rez as a unit who already doesn't have much attack power, it's a very nice boost. And that's why I gave it to her. Have my fun with my weapons and whatnot. Can we kill this guy? Yeah. Actually, this guy has surprising res. Maybe maybe Joseph just has surprisingly little magic for what he's supposed to have. Maybe that's the case. Unfortunate, I will say. My boy has leveled rather on the poor side compared... Well, he also didn't promote at, like, a super good level. That's one thing that's going to be a lot of fun in the Iron Man, is dictating the management of experience. It's going to be very fun to put that into effect, see what I can do. I think the way I'm going to start that is I'm going to... I think it was suggested to me by Caladrius to start at the time skip chapter. And I think that's a very good decision. That sort of gives me the ability to not get bodied by the early game, and also to, like, because I can just play the early game without the Iron Man setting, sort of like I did in my, my Fire Emblem 7 Iron Man, where I just played through Lin mode and didn't play Iron Man, and just got what boosts I could from that. And I think that'll create a fun experience. I can sort of dictate what goes where now that I know which... I don't know why I didn't attack there. Now that I know which enemies go where and whatnot. Or which units appear and disappear in particular spots. I can freely manage my experience up to that point, my stat boosters, my gold, and everything. And have a good head start, a good starting point. Just sort of create an ideal scenario, so to speak, where I train the units that I know I want to use, don't train the ones I don't want to use, give experience the way I want to, you know, so on and so forth. Try to create good units. That is a crazy level up boon. I think the only reason he didn't get a perfect level up there is because his defense is capped. It's probably not, but it's probably extremely close, so I'm just going to pretend like it's capped. Ouch. It's a good thing that I didn't move too far ahead with Pepper. Pepper is such a fun unit. I'm so much looking forward to using so many various units. I know I've spoken on him a lot, but Liang is going to just be incredible to use. Let's see, since we're already kind of close here, what I'm going to do, just to make the episode not, like, super long, is I'm just going to make a fast cut, I think, to the point where I've gotten these treasure chests, and then I can freely move upwards. Actually, no, I'll just call it here, because we don't have a lot left. I'm just going to call it here. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to play the game for yourself if you haven't already. I'm sure that at some point I must have convinced you that this game is cool. If you're still here this deep in this episode, at this part in this series, you must be convinced by now that this is a cool game. So you have to play it for yourself, okay? That's all I'm saying. It's a very fun game. Make sure to check it out for yourself, and you make sure to join the Discord if you want to argue with me about how awful my taste and balance is. Please don't do that. I'm not trying to build a toxic Discord server. Just have nice discussion. Have very kind and understanding discussion in a way that's conducive to implementing a better gameplay experience for everybody. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video if you haven't already. Make sure to share it around with friends if you feel like it. And until next time, I'll see you later.